Hey, 24/7 Marriage family, welcome back to the podcast, to the Field Guide for Marriage podcast.
Good job,
I got
honey.
it right this time.
You got it right. Episode 199.
Sure, episode 199. So we're on the breach of 200.
99.
Yeah, so
love
we
it.
are excited. So guys doing some incredible things, and like we've said on the past couple podcasts, rebranding, new websites, just a lot of exciting things taking place. So, and another exciting thing today that I'm excited, that I think is going to be phenomenal, is we have guests with us. And we have some incredible guests that we are actually just getting to know a little bit. And we're going to get to hear their story and unpack a couple of things all related to marriage. So we're excited about that. So we have Paulina and Josh from the Good Love Co. podcast. So
Thanks for having us.
we're
so
super
glad
excited
to be
you guys are here.
and to be meeting you.
And you got the memo to wear black. Apparently Shannon did not get that memo.
We did.
So
I'm here a token white person for this podcast.
she said it. She said it. So we're gonna do the podcast in Spanish, and she'll have to figure it out as we go.
Bienvenidos.
Okay, bienvenidos.
Good.
So it's perfect. So we're incredibly excited to have you guys here. So thank you for jumping in
And
So
Javi and I were diving into some of your podcasts,
yes.
listening to your
thank
content, listening to your banter, which I love because I feel like you get a sense of who this couple is, what they're like, their dynamics, how you guys can like josh around, play around, and
Josh around. Oh, you see that? That's a formal name. Did you not get what you just said?
That was completely
yes. Did
intentional.
you get my pun? Hello, I live for puns.
I love
Yes, that was great. So we've heard something about you, something that you love. I
Yeah.
think Keisha's going to bring it for us. So,
Yeah. We wanted
it's
to give you a
important-
little present
wanted to
to
give you a little
say
gift.
thank you.
Keisha, I
Thank
love
you.
you, my girl.
So you
So
got to have a
much.
poppy.
Listen,
The poppies
we're
are
not
always-
sponsored by them yet,
No,
but
but
we
we're
can
gonna
declare it
We're
by
not
faith.
either.
Both of us on our podcast, we're both going to be sponsored
Yeah.
by Poppy.
Amen.
Yeah, we keep pushing this. So Poppy, if you're watching,
Yes.
they're even opening it up
Look at
right
this.
now,
Good
live
Love
on that
Co.
podcast.
Ra-
Raspberry
go.
rose, one of my favorite flavors.
Strawberry
Highly
lemon,
recommend.
soothing
Yes.
for the soul.
So we had to bring something for you because
Yeah.
we
a little
heard
token
about
of our appreciation.
your 25-cent Poppy find.
Y'all are amazing hosts. Let me just say, thank you so
you
much.
guys did your research on it.
Where did you find Poppy for
Walmart girl.
Walmart?
Walmart. We still
Coming through
have a
clutch.
fridge full of poppies, even though we drink
We
them
do.
every day for like the last few days.
Love
Why
it.
not?
Love it. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, when you need to pick me up, I mean, you go to Poppy.
They didn't
We
send me
go
the
to
poppy fridge that they sent to all the influencers, but I filled up my
love it.
fridge
It's
with
on the
25
way.
cent poppies. It's on the
Yeah,
way.
it's on the
yeah.
way.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think
Yeah.
Poppy is essential to the healing, restoration of marriages.
Correct.
And so
I think it
right.
brings couples
I think
together.
It brings couples
It's
together.
part of the field guide, I heard.
It is part of
It's
the
on
field.
there.
It's an essential, like,
Listen, you
part
need to stay.
of the
you
hydration
You have to
for
stay hydrated
marriage.
when you're out on the field of marriage.
Boom.
You can't go. You can't get parched.
And you need
Gotta drink a
good, you
Poppy.
need good gut health too. So
Right?
you
Very
know,
good.
like we all know that that's an important foundation
Oh,
for our health.
man.
this podcast brought to
we
you
go.
by Poppy.
Yeah.
All right,
There you go.
Good, perfect.
Nobody
So-
wants intestinal tract problems in marriage.
No,
Like,
not,
no,
not when you
let's keep
sleep in the
that at
same
bay.
bed.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump in. We want to hear your story. We want to hear about you. Okay.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about how this story began. Like what brought Paulina and Josh together.
Oh.
Like, yeah, tell us. We want to hear it.
So there's two versions to it. There's the Josh version, then there's
Yeah.
the Paulina
Always
version. Which
is.
one do we start with?
Always is.
I want to hear what you're going to say. Let's see.
Well, I always like to start it off by saying that she slid into my DMs.
This
Okay.
is okay.
Okay.
We need
All right,
clarification
so
already.
I just want to just lay that out there that she slid into my DMs, and the rest is history.
Now let me give the true
But when
story.
she slid in, were you like, oh, okay? Or like, what was it?
No, I was definitely interested,
Okay,
but
okay.
you know, I didn't make the first move. I was just kind of like, not thirst trap. It was like a Christian thirst trap. It was like kind of like putting out like some praise and worship stuff,
I
things
love
that I'm
that.
working on
Don't
in the
you love this
ministry with
worship
my
song?
dad, just laying it out
Put
there.
up his muscles like with an endurance Bible
Okay,
verse
nah,
on
yeah,
it.
no,
Let's talk
He's
no,
drinking
no,
a Poppy
oh my
like this,
goodness.
right? He's like,
Look at me do my
flexing.
Bible study.
Oh, that's funny. So here's the true story.
Yeah.
We were supposed to meet years prior to that because we had mutual friends, and their car allegedly broke down on the way to us. Okay, I don't know what the truth is. I've never
the
seen,
truth.
but allegedly. And so years later, he followed me on social media and liked my posts.
okay.
And then he did put up something beautiful, and I was like, glory to God, that's beautiful. And then the rest was history.
Yeah, and I guess the backstory is that my dad would actually go and preach at her church in Brooklyn, New York. Is it Brooklyn or is it Queens?
Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn. And so we just had a lot of mutual friends and people that we had in contact with. And then that post kind of went out and she responded, and I'm like, hey, I'm definitely interested. So I was working on a devotional talking about identity at the time, and she actually was reviewing it for me. I had to figure out a way to try to hook her in. Just something. So I just used the devotional to like, hey, can you just review this and like maybe just check it out and like see how it is? And she gave me like this really formal email.
The emails now are so funny because it's like, dear Joshua, actually, I realized there's a grammatical error here.
And it was like super, formal like that. And then I'm just like, okay, how do I get to know her even more? So I was like, my dad's going to be in New York. And I just used that as an opportunity. Let's go get some coffee. And coffee, she mentioned to me at some point that I just want to make sure that coffee is just coffee. Okay. So she laid it out there like very clear and just kind of set that boundary. And I had to make a decision. I was like, do I still go through with it? Do I do it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And coffee was not just coffee. It ended up being a little bit more.
Yeah, which was surprising for our family because I had never dated anybody. He had never dated anybody.
Yeah. So she's my first girlfriend, first everything. So
same on this side, which was intentional. I mean, growing up in New York, that's not a thing. So it was very much an intentional thing. And I'm grateful also for my mom and my dad who were involved. My mom was always like very real and very honest with me. And she'd be like, listen, baby girl, what you're seeing, that's not the truth. And so I had that wisdom given to me, which empowered me to make better decisions. And that's where also the Good Love Co. then grows out of. Yeah. Because I think a lot of what I hear, so I'm a marriage therapist now, and a lot of what I hear is, if only I had known. Yeah. If only I had known. And so we want to just bring up conversations and tools that will help people just experience good love, right?
Yeah.
You haven't dated anybody else.
We have not.
Nope.
He's my first kiss, first everything, first love.
First everything. So there's a story
behind that. Probably.
There is definitely a story.
So, she was in New York. We were doing long distance. The second trip that I was there, I literally was like, hey, I set up this whole thing on the top of the Rockefeller Center.
Which is beautiful.
And I'm like, I'm going to have my first kiss up there.
Yeah.
But it ended up not happening. There was just a little bit of like, I don't know how you explain it. How do you explain it?
I think I was nervous. I mean, it was really like, because I had never kissed anybody, it was like, this is really either a before and after for me. And I was very nervous. So we go there, we see the view. There was no kiss. It did not happen.
It was the perfect moment. I'm telling you.
Overlooking Central Park. It was
beautiful. It's just such a beautiful view of the entire New York City skyline. And it's just like, this was the moment to have it. And instead, the last day that I was there, before we left, literally our friends dropped me off.
Well, we went to a jazz club, the Blue Note, which highly recommend in New York. Yes. And then, the feeling was right. It was beautiful. The only unfortunate part of this story, and if you're from New York, I'm from Brooklyn. Don't get mad at me. This man took me to the Bronx.
Yeah, we were in the Bronx.
That means something. If you're from Brooklyn, to get your first kiss in the Bronx, okay?
It's not.
But it's okay. It's okay. And
so first kiss was in the Bronx. She's not
in
super
the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Okay.
She wasn't super happy about that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it happened.
It was like
great.
Garbage on one side, and
you got to kiss him.
But I got to kiss the love of my life.
And I'll tell you what, that was my first kiss ever, and I was just like, that felt great. I felt like I was floating. Literally.
It was a tap kiss too. It was like
it wasn't
lightning.
anything crazy.
That's all it took.
But man,
Paulina, don't you think that's a great metaphor for marriage? In that he had this preconceived, tried to create this moment, top of Rockefeller Center, didn't pull it off. We had unmet expectations. Is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And isn't marriage like that? Like, we set up these expectations that we want something to happen this way. We want our spouse to respond this way. We want this event or this thing to go this way. And it doesn't. And that happens just in life.
100%. And I think what we also don't factor in is the insecurities that come up, all the ugly parts of us, because we always make these assumptions and these plans considering our best parts of self, right?
Yep.
And yet in that moment, it's actually the insecure 7-year-old coming up, or it's the person who's just afraid of something new coming up.
Yeah.
And we don't know to factor those parts in. So
Yeah.
it didn't go as planned, but I wouldn't change a thing.
That's right.
I
Me
want to
either.
know. I want to hear from you guys because you're being what you're describing is countercultural.
Wait, hold on. Before you go to that question, I want to know, you dated how long?
So we dated for about a year
A year and a half.
and a half. He moved to New York on Valentine's Day, 2020.
So I tried to be romantic. I literally was like, hey, I need to get to know your family. I'm going to move out to New York. I chose February 2020 on Valentine's Day. Literally 1 month later, the
During
entire
COVID,
city of New York
shut down. Yeah.
All the jobs he had lined up fell through.
Everything was just like, okay, this is definitely not going according to plan.
But again, plans, and then we also have a God who's for us.
Yeah.
I'm very family oriented.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in a building where it was like our apartment, right next door was my grandmother, upstairs was my aunt. Like I thought buildings in New York were full of family because that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
So he didn't get to connect with my family in that way, which meant so much to me. All the jobs fall through. So with all his education and all his preparation, he ends up working with my dad at my dad's bodega.
Yeah.
As a cash
I had
register.
to get something. So I worked the cash register at her dad's bodega. And that was
Literally in the building that I grew up in.
literally in the building. All her family would come down, check me out, see if I'm like doing a good job. And I was just put through the ringer because it's also a Spanish dominant bodega. And my Spanish isn't 100% great. I understand a lot. I don't speak very well. And so it was just like being thrown into the fire.
Yeah, and he's a nephew. He is a son to my family now. Like they absolutely adore and trust him. So
it worked out.
It
worked out really well. So yeah.
So we dated for about a year and a half, got engaged for about 6 months, and then got married.
Okay. And you've been married how long?
We've been married 4.5 years.
4.5 years.
Oh,
Yes.
look at them how they look at each other. If you guys are not seeing that, you're just listening. They like look at each other with eyes. We still do that, don't we? It's more like, I know you put my glasses on so I can see you.
Like, right now.
That's funny.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
What can I ask them?
I will give you permission to speak.
Well, I know. I think you
quite
thought
all right.
I was going to ask a question, but I actually want to save that for like the next episode that we do with
Okay.
them. But I did want to ask you this because it wasn't one of our questions, but being that your relationship dating was very countercultural, what did you encounter from family and friends
That's such a great question.
That's a great question.
on like, girl, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, so imagine all through high school, everyone's like
hooking
doing
up.
things one
Yeah.
way. I will say for me, my parents were so solid. I think my mom, like I mentioned, she was so real. Like, do y'all talk about sex on this podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
A
100%.
lot.
Yes. So like my mom it was the type to sit me down
Yeah.
at 16 and say, women don't just orgasm like that. Like it takes time. It takes like these one night stands, baby girl. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay. But that's how she was. Like she just kept it honest and real with me. And so like I never had to go out into spaces to try and figure out like what something was out of curiosity. Because I could ask those questions at home. So it being countercultural, I think in New York, being a Christian is so countercultural. You have to be an apologist from when you're in the 4th grade if you are a Christian. So that helped me a lot, was just like having a strong faith, which was different coming to Texas. Everyone's a Christian here, but then they don't necessarily like live that out. That's not the case in New York. So I was already counterculture in other ways. And so this was kind of just not out of the ordinary for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, go out there, like, enjoy, like, check out. How are you going to know unless you practice first and do all of that? But my parents just really drilled into me, like, first focus on the Lord, focus on the purpose that He has in your life. Just make sure that you're really in that and walking in that first before you even consider all these things. And they kind of gave me, like, you know, around college, maybe around at the end of college, and I just really took that to heart. And, you know, we took the Clifton Strengths Finder, you know, and one of the things that came up for us, the number one for both of us is belief. And so we have very strong conviction and very strong, like, if this is it, then we are sticking to it. And you're going to have to, like, you know, kill us to get off of that belief. And I just took that really strongly. And I just went with it. And honestly, it saved me from a lot of heartache and a lot of problems. And my parents were really honest on their end, especially my dad. He would just tell me, like, I went through all these problems, all this heartache. Like, I want to save you from that. Like, focus on what you have to do first.
Yeah.
And so, like, even though people would make comments and all of that, I was just really thankful that my parents were honest with me and just told me those things.
Paulina, I don't need to tell you this because the work that you do, but how rare and how amazing and awesome it is that you both come from 2-parent homes.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
you have no idea, especially because we
Absolutely.
have a 22-year-old and a 26-year-old, and we homeschooled them all the way through. But
Wow.
once they got into full-time ministry or just in different circles in the world, they're like, we're the unicorns, Mom. Like, we have parents who are still married and who like each other.
100%,
And,
yeah.
How what a gift that is to you guys. And I'm sure you cherish that. And
Absolutely.
you probably are going to carry that mantle on to generations to come in your family. But it is rare, and it's so exciting when you get to meet people who have that part of their
And
story.
Paulina, there's, I
legacy.
think, a part of your story that probably shaped you guys coming together in your perspective on marriage, because your parents were married, divorced,
Yep.
and then they remarried. From what I
Absolutely.
understand. So
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that, how that kind of even shaped your perspective and view of marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon, I was going to say to that point, I, from a young age, really recognized the blessing that it was to have both parents, because I also experienced what it was like for them to be
Yes.
apart.
Yes.
And the heartbreak that came from that. They were divorced for over 3 years.
Okay.
I'm talking about completely separated assets. My mom got full custody. We moved to the Dominican Republic. So I was completely separated from my dad for those years, seeing him only in the summers. And the difference that it was, and to see that restored, I mean, still has shaped my faith in such a special way. And it has fueled this passion for, hey, let's choose wisely. Let's slow down before jumping in. And when we do come together in this covenant, it's worth fighting for with everything.
Yeah.
Because it makes all the difference for yourself and also for those children.
Yeah.
So they're celebrating 31 years together.
that's awesome.
That includes the interim. So it's really -3, but
Yeah.
they just,
Yeah.
they're like, 31 years,
Yeah.
know.
That was just a bump in the road. You know?
Sure.
Right.
We'll call it that. But it's invaluable. I'm so thankful.
But to see restoration,
Yeah.
right? And I think that can speak to even people that are listening to that like, no, God wasn't done. Like, but it took 2 individuals, I'm assuming, right, to come to a place of understanding, doing the work individually, then coming
Yeah.
together again. And, we've seen couples heal in that way and restore in that way. So kind of segueing a little bit. So your podcast, you guys established the Good Love Co., correct?
Yes.
You talk about on that podcast that that everyone was created for good love.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Everybody was
Yeah.
created for good love.
Yeah.
Like, what helped you shape that?
That is a great question. I'm going to go ahead and answer that.
Go for it. No, go for
So
it.
my grandmother, and one of the big things that we talk on in the Good Love Co., just in general, and part of my work as a therapist, as a marriage therapist, is recognizing those cycles that we get stuck in. And my mom would always tell me, you're going to be better than me. Like you're going to build on the bricks that I've built on. And one of the last things that my grandmother said to me, who had been married off at 15, like with a man that she didn't want to be with, and then went on to experience difficult and abusive relationships. When Josh and I got together, and she passed away maybe a few months after we met, but she got to know him or to meet him. She said to me, "Ustedes tienen amor del bueno." And it was this mutual understanding of, baby girl, you're going to have a man that's going to love you, that's going to cherish you, that's going to give you a pure, good, sweet, safe love. And so that's where that comes from, where the name comes from, is that we don't have to just experience things and follow automatically what the people before of us have done,
Wow. Yeah.
but we can experience pure, safe, good love.
I
Yeah.
love that so
That's
much.
what it comes from.
She did a good job explaining it. That was really good.
Nothing left to say.
I really
Do you have
don't.
anything to add, honey?
Well, one of the things, we used to say something else It wasn't you were created. We were saying you were designed.
You deserve a good love.
You deserve a good love or something like that. And actually, it was her mom that said, like, what if it was you were created? Because God created marriage. This is God's design.
Absolutely.
This is God's thing. So it just helped us to reorient ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
God has to be the center of all of this. So you were created for good love.
Yeah.
And maybe marriage isn't, sometimes it's not for everybody. Some people are not going to get married, but you can still experience good love, with your relationship with God and also with yourself. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So to all those that are younger and newly married that are out there, you guys have, you said almost 4.5
No, 4.5.
years?
Yeah.
yeah.
What have you learned, especially in those early years, like about each other that was surprising? And especially even coming together, right? You never lived with anybody. This is the first person you're dating. Now you're married and you have expectations,
Absolutely.
right? We bring them in, you stand at the altar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like early
That's
on?
such a good question.
I mean, for me, right up front, like I just didn't realize how much hair is going to be like in the showers and different
How dare you.
places.
Seriously.
Like there's
Yes.
sometimes I'm like, how do you even have hair? Like it's just it's still there. It's still lush and beautiful, but it's like I don't see that.
I don't how did that
You're
happen?
like, it's in the shower, it's in the carpet, it's in
Everywhere.
our bed, it's on the couch, it's everywhere.
How is
he
this
comes
happening?
with the vacuum. He's like, do you see this?
Do you see
How?
how is this even possible? So that's always one that I say. I mean, what would be one for you?
Like on a more serious note, I think that we prepare for, obviously you're going to be living with another person, but really how much they affect every part of your life. Like they're really the person that you're going to share the most meals with. Something that I read recently is like, they're going to be the person that walks you through the death of your parents.
Yep.
Right. And everything that's going on with him, even if my career is going great and I'm achieving and things like that, it affects me completely and wholly. And it makes me so thankful for the choice that the decisions that I made in choosing him, because it really just impacts every part of your life. You cannot compartmentalize like having a great career and having this and that and the other over here and your marriage not be well.
Yeah.
From what I've experienced.
No, I think that's really important because I think most couples don't recognize that every choice, every decision, every thought impacts your marriage in some way. Especially those thoughts that you feed, right? And that lead to other things. And they don't recognize that it's all tied together. Like I think you probably would agree to this, that we don't think marriage has to be hard. We make it hard, but it doesn't have to be hard.
Agreed.
But we definitely can make it hard.
It's hard work.
For sure.
But it doesn't need to feel grueling and like this like arduous thing that we have to do every single day.
Yeah.
Like it should be a joy. But that's one of our mindsets at 24/7 marriages, that I don't have to, I get to. And when you have that mindset shift of, you get to buy a house together, you get to have a baby together, but you also get to walk through really dark times, really hard seasons, the death of a family member, aging parents, like you said, like we get to do those things. They're not things that we have to do. And when you have that shift, it changes your perspective of like, this isn't hard work.
Yeah.
It's sharpening me. It's sharpening him. It's like because we believe that every marriage has a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to help each couple figure out what is your purpose together. And every couple's different.
Yeah, so
You
I
know?
think it's funny. You gave an answer about hair, and she gave this solid, like deep, which I love. No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, but I want to know. Okay, we like to have fun on here, so I want to know like, when you first got married, like, what annoyed you the most about your spouse?
Oh, that's what you were asking. I wasn't sure.
Oh, no, I want to know that too.
What
I wanna know
annoyed me the
know both.
most about my spouse?
She
Where do I
has an
start?
answer.
Where do I start? Oh my goodness.
Do you want me to get a whiteboard,
Whoa.
Paulina?
Yes,
write
She
them
already
all
has
down.
it in her
Okay.
phone. She has like
Write
a
them all
list
down.
that she's just
Okay.
like, where do we
No,
start?
no.
Wait, it's in my notes on my phone.
There's those little things like couples who are just newly married. Like you're like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, no, I didn't know that about them.
Yeah.
That's a great question. So I would say, and he's very organized. Like, I'm very thankful between the two of us. He's very organized, but it's just like the snoring sometimes.
Oh.
I'm just like the
We're here to
pushing.
help you work through
Whoa,
this.
I
So,
snore.
yeah, go ahead.
Hold up.
Turn to each other and tell them like how you feel.
Yeah, tell me.
So
Tell me.
sometimes when you're overexhausted because we've
I love
stayed up
this.
too late,
And why did we stay up too late?
Because I wanted to watch an extra episode.
I feel.
No, that
I
was.
feel.
I mean, you go from having your own bed, your own space, your own temperature of how you want things,
Yes.
right? So, like, I think the first year of our marriage, I would just be freezing because he would want it at like 67. I think that's the one. So in New York,
Okay.
we do not have central air conditioning.
Yeah.
You have like the AC units in the wall, so it doesn't get as cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then his home, they keep it at like 67 all day. Like, why do I have to be wearing a sweater and fluffy socks in the middle of the summer? So I would say that was the most annoying thing.
Okay.
We have since adjusted.
I would also say, like, I have heard you say at least that my breath can stink sometimes. Is that true?
No, you're very hygienic, but you know, in the morning, I'm not trying to have long conversations. I'm get up, brush my teeth immediately.
First thing she does, get
Immediately.
up, brush teeth. That's like the
And
first
he
thing.
would like have his coffee first, and I'm like, I'm not trying to do all that. Like, let's
I've compromised. I've learned. So
Do
now
as I do.
I'm starting to brush my teeth first. So
yes,
there we go.
and I remind
then-
him when I need to.
She's changed you a little bit.
She's made me better.
She's made you there. You go.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's
That's
made
right.
you better.
I love that.
Yeah. Do you have one for me?
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I know we've gone through a lot of them.
Well, you talk so much. Javi, you narrate your life. So
We talked about that in the last episode that I've gotten to this place where I start narrating my life. Like, oh, I'm going to go get a cup of
Okay.
coffee. I'm going to go pour cream in it.
I'll
Let me
tell
get some
you-
more. Oh, it's not too hot. Let me
Wait.
warm it up a little bit. Everything, every step I'm
drives you
taking, I'm
nuts.
just talking.
I just thought of something.
And we've been living in 38 feet together in the marriage life.
Right.
Wow.
Traveling
So you
right.
hear the
Wait,
entire
I have a
narration.
therapist here. I need you to not touch me because I need to talk to my therapist. Okay, here's something that is super annoying at
Okay.
33 years. Javi is notorious for picking up and putting things away, and then he doesn't remember where they're at. And he's always like, Shannon, where's my phone? I don't know. It's your phone. I purposely don't touch your keys, your phone, your glasses. But it's always like, Shannon, where's my glasses? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, 33 years.
With the
I
same
was
level
like-
of intensity.
I'm just like,
I don't know if I
yeah.
have that intensity when I say it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
She's
blaming-
exaggerating
I'm
a
not
little bit.
Or
blaming.
he'll be
A
like,
little bit.
there's something that came in the mail. I left it right here. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure you picked it up and you put it in the bedroom where you keep all the other bills or things like that. No, I didn't move it. And I'm like, pretty sure you did. And so I've just learned to be patient. But it's so funny because I think that it's like this, like he doesn't even know that he moves things around the house all the time. So
Order,
Yeah.
structure, like
yes,
things have,
but
yeah.
then you're not remembering.
remember.
I almost need to make like a
Right.
map with a legend, like keys, wallet, like everything, where everything possibly could be located in the house.
That's where the narration began, is what I'm hearing. Okay, he was just
Yes,
like
therapist,
narrating.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Where, Shannon, where is
deep-seated-
my phone?
Where is
And
the
I just keep
deep-seated
going.
rooted trauma?
No, that's exactly right. Because if I don't say it out loud, I'm gonna forget. So I have to remind myself I'm going here to do this, to do that, to do that. ADD, and it's gotten worse as I gotten older.
Yeah,
for
That's
some reason.
funny.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I've got one.
I know.
Can I share one?
Yes,
I know it's
honey.
about them, but
Go ahead, Pookie.
let me see which one.
Go ahead, Fuki.
2, the way you brush your teeth.
Oh, the way?
The way?
Well, yeah, you
Hold
brush your-
up. She should brush her teeth how she wants to brush her teeth.
Thank you,
cannot
my
suck water out of
therapist.
the toothbrush. Like you. thank
Wait,
you.
what?
Wait,
you know when
what?
you brush your
Okay,
teeth and you put the
Our
toothbrush.
producers are even making
You put
sounds.
the toothbrush back underneath the water, and then she's like,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
I
no,
see what
no.
you're saying.
It's
Yeah,
different.
That's
It's different, but there's
different.
no judgment.
your
With
own
their eyes,
flavor
they're
and
judging
style,
you.
but I'm just
The
like,
whole room's judging me. Okay, moving on.
But part of the reason why is because the second one is mouth noises. I cannot stand mouth noises.
Okay.
Like people
Okay.
chewing.
Oh my gosh, I hear
I'm
you.
there with you on that one.
That's one of
Or
his
if I'm
things.
eating
Mouth.
something during a movie, Javi will purposely turn up the volume. If he's not eating, now if Javi's eating at the same time,
It's okay.
we're fine.
It's okay.
But if I'm like, maybe a little popcorn right now would be fun, and he'd be like, up goes the volume because he.
It's just blown out.
And you know what?
Just people chewing.
I
so
love my
it's- I can't.
father-in-law, but I think he ruined you.
Yeah, he was an aggressive chewer and mouth noises.
I see.
You know,
chupando el hueso of the chicken, like sucking the bone.
He was getting the whole marrow out.
He just loved it.
Fingers
Okay.
dripping wet.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's funny, like these things that are quirks and like they're like that's not going to change.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change it. It is what it is. So if there's a mouth noise, I walk out of the room because I just can't. Like I literally cannot.
You solved the problem.
I mean, my eyes are telling us different story. I'm looking. I'm like, you kidding me right now? And I'm out of the room. But these are the fun things about marriage.
100%.
So for you guys, like you had these things, but early on in your marriage, what has grown you the most? Like what has stretched you as a young couple?
That's a good question.
we come in, and you are now one, right? Math and marriage, 1 + 1 = 1.
Yep.
So what has stretched you the most?
Yeah.
And grown
That's a
you in
great
this first
question.
number of years?
That's a great question. The first thing that comes to mind is just like the mission and the purpose, like you're talking about. What are those things that come up that God's calling us to? And whenever God calls you to something, there's always a stretching, and it's always something that's going to be beyond you guys. And it's going to be something that you have to rely on him. And then when that happens, we tend to sometimes think that we can do it ourselves. And that stretching and that growing comes from being able to rely on him that much more and getting deeper into our relationship with him. And the closer that we get with him, then the closer we start getting to each other.
That's good.
And we start walking in that purpose, but that purpose can be a little bit scary. Like for us, it was, you getting your master's degree, right? Like I think a year after we got married.
No, same year.
Same year. So, that stretched us. It was like, 3 a.m. paper writing, and I'm just there like trying to give her snacks and caffeine to keep going. And those are the moments that like when you're actually trying to achieve something and accomplish something that I just realized, like those are the areas that God is growing us in and stretching us in, that where our faith has to increase, that we just have to lock in. And even though I'm annoyed with you right now because I'm not getting sleep, but I'm wanting to help her to accomplish this dream of ours, that really has pushed us to be better.
I love that.
Yeah. He wrote a couple, he worked on a few assignments with me, and I'm very thankful.
Yeah, I may or may not have gotten her started on some things, and it was like, here you go.
Many times.
Hey, you both 2 or 1, right?
Right.
So we're both writing this paper.
But I don't get the diploma.
Yeah,
So.
I was
okay,
able to
that's
write
okay.
like thank you notes at my graduation, and I was like, add admin, please add his name to the diploma. It really is ours. So I'm very thankful.
That was so sweet.
I would say, and it's a little corny, but it's the truth. I grew up in more of a legalistic church where your worth was determined by the works that you did, oftentimes. And then even in my home, because like I don't want to just drop this, but I had cancer. So during that time was when my dad got saved, my parents remarried. So there was kind of sometimes I was put on a pedestal of having things figured out and having things together. And that reflected a lot in my relationship with God. I really felt that I could earn things with God. And I'd say all the right things. And in marriage, you can't hide.
Yeah.
Even things that you can hide with your parents and like always have it together. There's something about the vulnerability that comes with becoming one that you can't hide any longer. You're with the person 24/7. We worked remotely, so we really were together 24/7. And as those things were coming up and I was just, being lazy or these things that I just didn't like about myself, the way that he really met me and let me know, I like you so much. I still like you so much. It was just like, wait, really? Like you really just like me for me.
Yeah.
And your parents love you because you're their child. And so like this person really chose me, and it completely changed the way that I relate to God. And I'm very, very thankful for that.
Yeah, well, that's really sweet. And I remember, like, she would literally look me in the eyes, like, with being super sad, just like, why do you love me? Why do you love me? And I know where that's coming from. She's like, I don't do this and this for you. I'm not doing enough for you to love me. And being able to just tell her, like, because I choose to love you.
Yeah. Wow.
I want to. It's my decision. I chose you. And you don't have to do one more thing for me that'll make me love you more or less. Like it's just going to be, it's turned on and that's it. Like that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I think that was a very healing moment for you. And that's one of the things that we talk about. Like our marriages literally help heal those parts that maybe
Yeah.
Heal each
we've,
other.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's just such a beautiful thing to walk through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you get to heal each other.
Yeah.
And God created marriage in that way.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Like he could have made, Jesus could have made the relationship with the church any other way. Father and
yeah.
child.
Yeah.
It could have been friendship.
Yeah.
And he says that it's like his bride that he's coming back for.
Yeah.
And I really, that came to life for me. And that's just the reality of life, right? Scripture, you can read it a million times. And then it really just, no, wait, this is what it means to be fully known and loved. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Right.
That-
That most
that was
beautiful
it.
picture, right, of God's love displayed through marriage.
yeah.
Right. You talked about purpose earlier, and that's the purpose of marriage, right? Is to reflect and image God.
Yeah.
Right. Was it Gary Thomas in his book, right? It's not meant for your happiness, but for your holiness.
Yeah.
And like, that's a mindset shift to understand that.
Yeah.
Well, because happiness fades and happiness
That's
comes
right.
and goes. So we have to base our decision, like you just said, Josh, I'm choosing to love you. It's not, let me see how I wake up this morning, how I
Right.
feel about Paulina. What did she do yesterday? And then choose how you're going to
Yeah.
love her that day. It's
Yeah.
like, no, I love her, period, regardless, because I choose to.
And saying what you said
that's
was
beautiful.
profound. Like
Yeah.
because you said like he likes me. Like I know he's called to love me. He's commanded to love me,
But
Right.
life's
but he
different.
likes me. Like he enjoys me, enjoys time with me, and chooses me is huge and significant.
Sometimes we'll joke around with each other and I'll say to him, I really like you because it means something different. He already knows that I love him. I'm
Yep.
not going anywhere. I'm your ride or die. But I want him to know sometimes when he's feeling down or sad or depressed, I'll look at him and I'll be like, I really like you because it hits different.
You call me sexy. You say, I think you're still sexy. I put a cowboy hat on yesterday at Bass Pro Shop, and she
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh, she looks so hot right now. I was like, oh
I
my
look like a
gosh.
Mexican cowboy.
Goals. Okay.
With the beard,
Back to that
with the beard,
hotel
I bet that looked
I
fire,
don't know.
honestly.
I'm one of those guys with a hat doesn't look that great. My ears just
Oh,
stick
no.
out.
It did something
My
for
grandfather
me.
gave me these ears. It was his gift to me. My grandfather gave me. This has been really good, but it's been too good. So I want to be able to let's do another segment.
Okay.
Where we dive in a little bit deeper into
do it.
marriage and some topics, and you as a therapist want to hear from you as well, and especially like your generation.
Yes, I have some hot topic questions I
What
want
are
to
you
ask
seeing?
you.
What are you hearing?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like we want to.
Will you guys stick around for?
We
a little
would
bit more?
love to.
We would love to. Let's
Even
do
if
it.
We'll get you another poppy,
I have
okay?
another poppy. I'll keep you guys hydrated.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
We'll stay for however long in that
Okay.
case.
Yes.
Thank
Hey,
you
listen,
guys.
24/7 Marriage Family, thank you so much for being part of this podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, rate, review. Go to @247Marriage on all our socials. And remember that in marriage, you don't have to.
You get
Have
to.
an incredible week. We'll see you soon.